guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm like fully ready today to talk about Korean dramas. Look at my outfit. It's like typical Korean dress, I guess. Dressing style maybe, and the hairstyle also. I tried to look like one, but okay, whatever. So welcome back. Today we are basically gonna talk about K-drama and K-movies. Some K dramas which I recently watched and I found it amazing, and some K movies which I watched and that also I found it amazing. So I want to share about those things to you guys. So yeah, let's start. So first is, however, everyone is like going crazy about them till now. Like it's been so long. Even I loved it. I was so, oh my god, I used to watch that and go to the college and speak about it to my friends and all. I think you guys know which I'm talking about. It's Lovely Runner. It's Lovely Runner. So first, okay, so what I'm gonna do is tell you about the K-drama, what is happening in that, and like I'll read the synopsis. There may be some spoilers, like I can't control my mouth and I don't know what is spoilers, so I'll just like speak. So yeah, spoiler alert. So now first is Lovely Runner. Let me read the synopsis. The series follows the journey of Im Sol, and Redden fan of idol Lee Sun-jae. Sol, a once promising film director whose dreams were shattered by the accident leaving her paralyzed, finds solace in music of Sun-jae. I just can't get over his name. However, tragedy strikes early when Sun-jae dies by accident, devastating Sol. But fate has other plans as Sol wakes up in the classroom 15 years in past, seeing this is the chance from heaven. She owes to change the course of destiny for both of them. That was the synopsis. Even it went above my head, but I tried to explain in some simple words. So the drama starts. I feel like everyone watches. Why am I even explaining? But okay, if you guys didn't watch, this is just fine to watch. Okay, understood. Let's take a moment to talk about Sun-jae. Okay, when this drama got announced that it is gonna release, I went crazy. I'm like, yes, Sun-jae. Like I love him because of the strong woman Nam-soon. Like I didn't watch that drama at all, but I watched all the edits of this man. So I'm like, I want him as a lead, and this person died in every other K drama, and in this he broke the record of dying in K dramas in a whole series. Like he died okay, it's a spoiler. I won't talk about that. So yeah, this is a sign to watch. Go watch, and the female is also like female lead. No one speaks about her. I feel like, why are no one speaking about her? But she's also. Their acting, I cried so many times. I love it. It's like this drama has set this standard so high that no K-drama, like after that I tried watching many K-dramas, but it didn't reach that level. So it has set this standard so high, like literally. So next, okay, this K-drama, the next K-drama, like some people didn't enjoy, or some people were like, it's so basic, or some things they were telling, like controversial. But I'm telling you, I love this drama. I cried so many times. I was like, this was like mix of emotions. Yes, it is Queen of Tears. So Queen of Tears, okay, this synopsis is really small, so thank God. The series depicts the crisis and rekindling of love between Hong Hae, a third generation whatever, heiress of Queen's group, and Baekhyun Woo, the son of farmers from Yuturi, and 3 years of marriage. Really good. I cried reverse. I don't know why people didn't like it. I was like, you guys, I don't know. Like everyone has different choices, of course, but some people were like, it was not that good. I'm like, oh come on, maybe you didn't understand it, because that drama was actually really deep. I loved it. That's what I want to tell. So let me know if you guys loved it or not. Okay. So the third one is Begins Not Equal to Youth. I'll be reading the synopsis first, then I'll explain. Begins Not Equal to Youth expands on the storyline fans have been seeing toward BTS's music videos and same webtoon. The story begins with Kim Han meeting the other 6 boys. He learns that everyone is dealing with their own struggles, and together they learn to overcome their difficulties. So this is a BTS inspired drama. Like BTS inspired drama, since BTS has a webtoon called Save Me, and as I remember, I read that webtoon, but I don't remember what was the storyline. I just remember on top of my head. But that that Save Me webtoon was really very good, and this is the drama inspired by that Save Me webtoon. Okay, so next. So I love like justice or law K dramas, criminal, yeah, crime, fantasy, thriller. I just love those kind of dramas. So I just keep on searching. When I go to YouTube or Google, I search Mr. Thriller K dramas, detective K dramas, underrated detective K dramas, those kind of stuff. So and. This is one of them. I don't think many people have heard about this, but this is one of them. It is called July Justice. Here, I didn't think it would be that good, but oh my god, the stories that every character of that had was really amazing. So Shimu Suk, an allied judge who, with a cold heart and distant personality, who is known for his dislike of Julines. Julines are children who are less than the age of 18. Not children, like criminals who are less than the age of 18 or 28. Is appointed judge of a July court in the Yonha district. There she breaks customs and administers her own ways of punishing the young offenders. Kinsuk has to deal with and balance her aversions in two minor offenders with firm beliefs on justice and punishment as she tackles complex cases with discovery of being an adult truly means. Okay, I don't know how to explain this, but basically this is a law K drama, and there is like investigation in this. There are many children which have committed some crimes. There are reasons why they committed those crimes, or was it okay, was it not okay. There is like so many stuff in it. It's like literally educational, and like there are so many moral values. Next one, again I'm back to thriller, detective, mystery K dramas. So next is Mouse. I feel like this is really very underrated because I have heard people talk about it, but I don't know. Even see, I'll be honest, I couldn't finish this drama. It was like too much stress on my brain. It had 20 episodes on top of that, and every episode was 1 hour 30 minutes, and I feel like it is too long. It's too long for me to hold it, because if I watch 2 episodes, it is equal to watching 3 episodes. Like watching 3 episodes together when you're watching only two. So it's like, then it was like in the middle, I was so stressed. Like 11 12th episode, I stopped watching. I don't know when I'll continue watching that, but it's actually really good. The plot twists are amazing. So I'll just read the synopsis in case you guys want to know. And it's an underrated one. Please do watch. I couldn't finish it because I don't know, I'm not fine in my head. But please do watch. There's like, it stressed me out. That's why I stopped watching. Not gonna lie, because that time my exams were also going on. So I was like so stressed on that too, this too. So I was like, oh my god. Okay, so I'll read the story follows detective Kumuchi's attempt to catch a psychopathic serial killer after witnessing a horrific incident as a child and dealing with his demons from the trauma. Along with his rookie partner, Jumbo Boran, I forgot that. He attempts to unearth the truth between psychopathic behaviors and finds knowledge about genetic predispositions towards psychopathy and how one might act on the knowledge in the event that such predispositions could be detected. The synopsis literally went above my head. Oh my god, I just remembered what that drama is about properly. My head. Oh my god, now I think about it, I'm feeling stressed. Look at my hand, it's going like this. But this is a sign to go and watch. Okay, don't give me spoilers because I didn't watch. So, next drama. Next is like a soft-hearted drama, thank god. Next is Dreaming of a Freaking Fairy Tale. This K-drama had only 10 episodes. I was like, oh wow, only 10 episodes of 12 episodes. 10 episodes, 12, okay. It had like very less episodes. Okay, so honestly, when this released, I started watching the first episode. Then I don't know why I suddenly started feeling irritated. I'm like, oh my god, what? Because I feel like there were narrations, right? In this drama, there are narrations. That's why I stopped watching that. Then later I felt like, let me give it a try. After my exams, I was like, let me give it a try. Meghana, you're just overthinking, just give it a try. Then I started watching, I literally binge watched the whole 10 episode in a day. But it's real. It's like so cute, like kind of drama. So synopsis: Dreaming of a Freaking Fairy Tale is a hybrid romantic comedy drama depicting the process in which a woman whose dream to become a Cinderella meets a prince on a white horse who does not believe in love. Both support and torment each other due to the reality that is difficult to escape. So it's like a very light-hearted binge-watching kind of K-drama. In this too, there were many controversies. People telling that the narrations were unnecessary. I don't know. I don't know what, but first I got irritated. Then I was used to it. Then I actually loved it. So yeah, I recommend you guys to watch it. Even though there are narrations, I feel like it is okay. Of course, it's other like people's preferences, opinions. So if you guys are okay with those narrations, then give it a try if you guys didn't watch it yet. Okay, so next. Okay, this is like so underrated. I didn't even know about this K drama. Okay, even if you search anywhere, I don't think you'll get this in any underrated K dramas. So this is called Cheer Up. So I discovered this K drama because of Queen Korea videos, because she had a video in which she told she's watching this Cheer Up K drama, and she told it was really good, and I watched her episodes. I love her. So I was like, okay, let's do it, Meghana. Let's see even if you love it, because I love that high school, university kind of dramas also. I love all K dramas, so I'm talking about. So I tried watching it, then oh my god, I regret not watching it before. So good. I was like, okay, I'll read this synopsis. It's only one line. A mystery campus romance set in the backdrop of cheering squad where eating and living is useless in the moment, but splendid and precious romances. Okay, this is a weird synopsis. I actually suggest you guys watching. If you guys didn't watch, after you watch, you'll feel like, why didn't I watch it before? Like that. I loved it. That dance. I'm like, even now when I think that Cheer Up, my mind goes. I just love it. So I just, if you guys didn't watch, please watch. I'm folding hands and begging you guys, watch it. It's really very good. And if you after listening to me, if you guys go and watch it, if you loved it or didn't love it, just come back to my video and comment it down. Okay? Thank me later after watching. Okay, next this K-drama everyone went crazy about. Okay? Oh my god, it's called My Sweet Mobster. It's called My Sweet Mobster. I know, like, everyone went crazy about the main lead. They were like, oh my god. Even I went crazy. I'm not telling about others, but yeah, it was so good. I read this synopsis. My Sweet Mobster tells the story of romance drama full of twists and turns between Seoji-won, who comes in terms of his dark past, and Go-in, who plays a woman that creates web videos inspiring children. Okay, so the female lead is a YouTube creator where she makes videos for children, and our main lead is an ex-convict. The actor's voice. The actor's voice is so deep. What? And if you guys didn't watch it, I'm pretty sure everyone watched it, but if you guys didn't watch it, then this is your time, go watch. Next is, okay, this is a very recent drama which got released, and I think only 4 episodes are released. Like when I'm shooting this on Sunday. So till now only 4 episodes are released. Tomorrow and after tomorrow other 2 episodes are gonna release, and this drama has only 8 episodes. Okay, wait, I didn't tell the K-drama name, Meghana. Okay, it's Serendipity's Embrace. It's like, this is also like a soft-hearted drama which is like cute. Okay, wait, I didn't synopsis. It's like a one line. The story of young people who meet their first love 10 years ago by chance and go on to find the true love and reach. Like till now only 4 episodes are released and I watched all the 4. But till now it's like so cute. I'm telling you guys, there are some OSTs in this. It's like a K-pop music. Like it doesn't sound like a normal K-drama OST. It's like a K-pop music. I don't know how people are not talking about it, but it's really good. It's like BTS's Serendipity song or Filter, Jimin's Filter, those kind of songs there. Like the lyrics is amazing. It's like a dancing kind of song. So please guys, talk about that also. It's like so good. I don't know why people are not talking about it. So these were the K-dramas, okay? So Lovely Runner, Queen of Tears, Begins Not Equal to You, July Justice, Mouse, Dreaming of Reaching Fairy Tale, Cheer Up, My Sweet Mobster, Serendipity's Embrace. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 9 K-dramas which I wanted to talk about today, and the next 3 will be K-movies. Okay, these are like, I think it's like These are some really not that old, but 2022 K movies, but I discovered it recently, so I started watching it. Oh my god! Here they have given, okay. The first one is The Witch Part One, the Subversion. It's called. There are two parts in this actually. This is the part one, and there is another one part two which I didn't watch. I had watched many edits of this part one. Then I thought like, I didn't have. I was not in the mood to watch like hours of K drama, so I was like, let me watch some K movies. So I thought about this and I went and searched. Then I came to know it's which part one. Then I started watching that movie. The plot. Oh my the plot, I swear to God, guys, it's like her acting. Her acting is so amazing. Like this plot is really very long. I feel like you guys will skip this. I swear to God, her acting was so amazing, but it was really very good. I'll just skip to the next one. Next is the Child Day or Child. How do we pronounce? Even in this also I saw many edits of this drama. So again the synopsis is okay, it's really big. Okay, well, this I don't think I can explain this, but okay, whatever. I won't sit and read this. I thought I'll sit and read all the synopsis which is there, but this is like really big. Okay, in this like there is a family which wants a boy. There is a family which wants a boy who is a Kopino. Kopino is Korean and Philippines mixed baby. So they want him. That guy is in search of his father because he doesn't have a father. He's in search of his father, and he comes to know that there is a Korean man who is searching for him. So that is that family head, which is that grandpa which is about to die. So they come in search of him, and he finally goes with them. Then later there is one crazy man who is the lead of the drama. Both are the lead, but he follows him and says, "You're gonna die on the way. They are gonna kill you and stuff." And there is another woman who the family hired. So when she goes back, captures him, kidnaps him. Like, oh my god, it was so crazy. I was like, why is our main lead acting like this? Like, not the guy, not the small, like that, not that young kid, but that man with the gun. Yeah, I'm like, why is this man acting so mysterious? What is happening to him? And because I thought he's the villain of the drama, but turns out he's not. Spoiler, but turns out he's not. So, yeah, but it was the the post-credit scenes was so funny. I'm like, everything was a waste. Then everything was a waste. Like that. If you guys didn't watch this, then please watch it. The ending was really very funny. But it is really very good. I just want you guys to watch. Next, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this this K movie. I feel like many of them watched it also. It is Exuma. My parents were there in that. Not actual parents, but so good. This was so good. This was like almost like my first K movie which I watched, because I never watched K movies that much. But I started watching this. It was first I was like, what is happening? I didn't understand. Okay, because this is like a horror supernatural horror film it is. So I was like, I don't like horror movies. I can't even watch Bhool Bhulaiya without getting scared. That much of a scaredy cat I am. I was like this. I'm like, I was literally watching the whole movie like this. I'm like, nothing should come, nothing should pop up. Like that I was watching. So that's why half of the movie I didn't understand. Then later, even my friend had watched it, then she came and explained it to me what had all happened actually. But it is so good. So there is this big plot to read, like 1,000 words. But no, thank you. I'm not gonna read that. But if you guys didn't watch it, then please watch. I'm pretty sure there was one scene which got viral. I just can't tell. Please watch, guys. Please watch. It is really good. It's worth watching. It is underrated because I don't know how to explain. But all these dramas and movies which I told, please watch, because I know my taste, like K-drama taste, matches to many others. Like everyone has a similar taste. So if you guys didn't watch these like dramas, then please watch. I beg you. All these, like there are 9 K-dramas and 3 movies which I told. If you guys did watch any of these, like any of the one of these at all, then please do watch. I hope you guys will like what I suggested you. So if you guys like the video, then do like, share and comment. And if you guys know any other underrated dramas, then please leave a comment. If you guys want another part of this, it is ready. Like I have watched some K-dramas and kept so that I can tell you guys. So just comment down below that you guys, if you guys want it. And I have planned to do like fan fiction, like there is Wattpad, right? So there are some fan fictions which I love in that, so I want to do that recommendations also. So please, you guys are okay to listen to that, or if you guys want those kind of suggestions, then please let me know. Please comment. You guys, everyone watch it, likes it, then subscribe also, then leave a comment also. It makes me feel happy. Okay, so yeah, bye, thanks for watching.